Hello YouTube. Welcome back to Bald Man and a New Friend Building an Airplane. This is Fuel Tanks video 21, and in this video we'll be working on the J-channel stiffener that goes across the inside top of the tank, and we're actually working on that already because we forgot to start the camera, as well as the attach bracket. So as I said in the last video, this is Casey. He's a local pilot and also an aspiring RV builder like myself. He's got a 14A on order, and he should be starting his build, I think, in the probably January, February timeframe. He wanted to come over and check out my build, so the day before I'd sort of taken him through, the parts that were already built and whatnot. So he wanted to get in on some building, so I invited him back for some fuel tank building once he had some clothing that could be messed up. So yeah, so we're working on the J channel, so I'm sort of looking at what's next. He is actually making the forbidden chocolate chips on the rivets on the J channel, which means he's just going back and sealing in all of the rivet heads on the inside, and I'm just kind of going back to verify what he did because he's never done this before. So I think I'm also creating fillets on either side, but it is a pain in the butt to see how it works. So I ran downstairs and got that little mirror with a light on it, so you could kind of see behind what we were working on in order to verify that it looked okay. And then it's just, try to clean up as much mess that you can afterward, because it does make a mess. So this was like Casey's second or third time riveting. Riveting using the gun is actually not too bad. One thing that I will say is, depending on how you're doing it, if you're pairing up with someone, kind of got to get in a rhythm with them to see what's required, as far as the force amount and who's, holding what and whatnot. So I'm having him sort of scuff that up and clean it off, so that way we can have it ready to go for sealant. So that's the attach bracket that goes, you see it goes on the inboard side of the tank, and that's what sort of hangs the tank to the fuselage, even though the tank is attached to the spar. So I just said, here, apply some sealant, clay coat in, get the extra sealant off of there. Yeah, so we put the bracket in. I did these because it was kind of tight quarters to have two people doing them. But I had him helping out by grabbing the clecos out and cleaning them off in between, because in my experience, you kind of got to clean those off quickly, otherwise they start to bind up. Not that they're going to bind totally, but it's easier to do that at once. Additional thing about this specific piece is that I think there's a note in the plans, there might be a note in the wiki, but as you can see, we've now sealed it in. You can't really see it, I guess, because of the way we put the camera, but it blocks the view of its seal to the lower, or to the forward rib. So it's really tough to make sure you have a proper bead of sealant between that bracket and the inboard lower or forward rib, and then again, actually later on, the inboard aft rib. So because there's a lot of little geometry in there. So yeah, we put that in and stuck it down, and on to the next one, where I'm going to start on the left tank while I wait for that to dry.